Hey everybody, how we doing today? I'm going to share some softwares with you that I use in my field inspection business, and I thought maybe they would help you out. Some of them, well, one of them is to plan your trip, basically your destinations, where you're going. It just kind of plots everything out so you have an understanding of where you're going. And basically, I work in a circle. I go out one way and come back the other. But you can do anything you want. But at least it shows you, kind of how close these things are and, where to go. Um, and I'm going to show that to you in a few minutes. Um, Another one I use for kind of measuring distances, say you're going to measure a distance from a house to a water destination. Here in Florida, we have to, at least for my reports, we have to take a destination from the house to the ocean. But sometimes the reports will want us to take, basically, sometimes they just want us to take distance between a building and a building, an apartment building to the next apartment building, how close they are, those kind of things. So I'm going to share that with you. It's called Find My Lot. And I'll put all the links down below so you don't have to worry about copying them or nothing. You can just take them from there. And the next one is um, find the nearest fire station. I think that's the name of it anyway. But that's basically what it does. You put in an address and it finds the closest fire station. For my reports, I need to know that. I don't really need to know the distance too much because it's 0 to 5 miles. Unless it's in the country, then maybe it's a little further. But most of the stuff in the city is between 0 and 5 miles. But there's also some other information there, what station it is, and if it's paid or not, if it's a volunteer station. That's information that I need too. So it's a really good little software. Like I said, they're all free, and I'm going to show you here in a second. So I'd like to take a minute and thank you for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. It really helps me out. It makes me want to do more videos, and it lets me know that there's people out there looking for work or looking for something better to do with their life. And it is a great thing. I love being my own boss. I go out whenever I want. Generally, I pick a day and I go out and I do the reports at home. So, what a job. So, anyway, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. If you're interested in this kind of work, I may be able to help you out if you're in one of the states. You have to look in the description and check that out. Go ahead and text me your information. Please give me all the information I need. Generally, I'll give you a thumbs up when I get it, or when I see it, or maybe even when I send it off to the person that can get you the job. And so that's about it. If you're not on the list, I sell a book that is national and regional. There's about 80 some places in there. It's really, basically that's how I started. I didn't know nothing about it. I did some searching. I didn't really find a lot. There was some stuff out there that you can get, but I didn't really find a lot. And most of the ones I did find on the internet really didn't pan out. So, there's a lot of places out there to get work, but they're not really out there online. Or I couldn't find them anyway. So, when I got the book, hey, the next week I was working. That's how fast it was. You know, I signed up for about 5 different places, and I think I got 3 of them out of the 5. The other 2, you know, I was brand new. The other 2 didn't want me, or they were they already had enough people, whatever the case may have been. But you know, the book really helped me. All right, so let's get to the softwares. I'll show you how to use them. All right, guys. So what I use here is Mapquest. It's, you know, like I said, it's free. You go to the route, and this is actually just a photo. I'll jump over there in a second, and we'll go through it a little bit. This is last week's route, and I'll show you what I did. So you get an idea. Basically, what I like to do, if I can, in most cases, I like to make a big circle and come home. So if you see this dot right here, this little black dot way over here, that's home. So what I did is I jumped on the interstate here, and I went all the way over to here on F. Now you can put these all in order, but that just takes a lot of time. Basically, what I do with this is I put all my reports in this order that I'm going to go. I don't really copy the map and take it with me or nothing. You can, but I don't do that. I just map it out and put my reports in that order, and that way when I'm calling people to, you know, make sure that there's nobody, no dogs in the backyard, that the gate is open so I can get in and take photos and so on, are in order. So if somebody says, well, what time are you coming? Well, like this lady right here, I don't know if it was a lady or not, but let's say it's a lady right here on F. She says, what time you coming? I'm saying 8 o'clock. I'll be there at 8 o'clock because I generally get up 6 o'clock, get ready to go at 7. I'm out the door, and basically it takes me 45 minutes or so to get in this area. So I say 8 o'clock. She said, okay, and then I call this guy, I call this guy. I went up to L, and then I went up to H, and I went here, and then I shot out here and did these. This one I didn't have to do. Basically, there was a couple like these 2 right here, and I can't zoom it out, but there's 2 right there. They didn't call me back, so I did these 4 right here, and I shot down here, and then did these 3 on the way home. So here's my idea and my why I did this. Because I like to go to Orlando and try to get out of there around lunchtime, 1 o'clock or so, depending on how many I have. So that's why I picked this route. I come in here, and that way I don't have to go into town early in the morning. So I come in here, come up there, made the circle. Then by the time I got here, it's 10 o'clock, something like that. I did these 3 in that one, and then I shot down here. And then once I get closer to home, I live in the country, so the closer I get to home, the less people and traffic there are usually. So yeah, basically that's what I do. I mean, you can do anything you want, and the more reports you have, the closer these things get, you know. Last year, or I think it was last year, I did around 50 reports. You know, I had that many to do. So these little these dots, or these destinations, were a heck of a lot closer, and you know, it was easier to do one little area. So it all depends on how many reports you got and what you want to do. You know, you can, like I said, you can do anything you want. I'm just kind of giving you this. This is what I do. I map things out. I put all my reports in the same order, and then, you know, basically make my route out to Orlando and then come back home. All right, so let's all right, so here it is. I come up here to the lines up here. Hope you can see that. Oh, sorry. All right, so I picked this route planner. All right, there it is. You put the address in here, and you know you can copy it in there if you have it. Well, let me share something with you. You can only put part of it in, so let's say this one right here, 2400 US HWY 27. That's all you can put in. Well, sometimes you have to put in more. Most of the time, though, when you do that first part, it'll pick it up. I don't know why it doesn't pick this one up. So sometimes it's a little sketchy. I don't know why this particular, for some reason on Highway 27, it's screwy. And there's just a couple different places that are like that. So let's try another one here. Here we go. 1725 and you won't want to spell out road. You want to put RD. And when it gives you this choice and it isn't there, just keep on going. Orlando. There it is. Alright. And you see nothing up on the map. We're going to preview it. You have to have 2 at least. And you can see they're way far apart. But, you know, I just kind of giving you some examples. And then you put them all down in an order if you want. You can actually order them. You can delete them. You used to be able to order them. Allow used to. You can have it do it automatically. I don't do that. Like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because, like, I don't take the map with me. I just use it to find out where they are and basically, let me go back here. Find out where they are, how close they are, and which way I want to go. And I put my reports in that order, and, you know, that's how I use it. All right, guys, I hope that one helps you out. Let me take this off. Here's another one. Now, this program, it's called FindLotSize.com. And there's a couple things you can use with this. You can measure stuff from the air with it. It's not the greatest one because this is as high, this is, you know, as close as you can get to it. But if you had to do something square like this building right here, it wouldn't be too bad. But if you got a lot of angles and stuff like that, this isn't the program for that. All right, that's something you should have measured, or you can use your public records if you have something like that. Like here, I was doing this one. That's the same building actually, and here's all the measurements for each one. And there's 4 buildings there, even though it all looks kind of, you know, together. This right here, I would count that as all one building, but I guess they counted it as 3. And then this one's separate. All right, so that's one way of using it. Sometimes in a report, they'll ask you to, okay, so what you do here is you hit shift and then click, and that'll put a dot and say they want to know what is the closest business to you, or you may use it for water, you know, how much, like if there's a lake right here, how the distance between the building and the water, and you just, you know, hold down the shift key and click again and make sure it's on. I don't know why I didn't. It's probably not refreshed enough. Okay, you come down here and you hit the A and the minus, but we want to go A. That's as big as it's going to be. Then we can put a dot there and a dot there, and that should have drawn a line. I don't know why it didn't. There it is. You shouldn't have to do that. Anyway, you draw the line, and then here's your measurements. If you want it in miles, there's that. If you want it in feet, there's that. It depends on what they ask for. A lot of times what we do is, let me clear this. We go from here and then we go to the coast because they want to know tidal wave type information. At least in Florida anyway. Alright, so what I would do is I would put this in as my answer. 57.0299. Alright, so that'll help you out if you have to measure something. Say, I know this week has been weird. I had a couple jobs I did, and they're old, you know, they should be in public records, but they weren't there. So luckily they were squares. I just went in and measured them, and you know, figured out what they were. Okay, the next one is, it's called nearest fire station. And a lot of times on our reports, they ask for, you know, how far away the nearest, how far away the fire station is. And so this is what you can find out. So, okay, so what we'll do is, let's see, let's use this 2400. I don't know if that's a good one or not. Let's try it. This one you need to put the whole address in. Alright, so it pulled it up. Let's see, it's right in here. It's 1.7 miles from City of Claremont Fire Station. It actually tells you if it's paid. A lot of times they ask you that too. So like this one's mostly paid. So you would put, you know, I think there's a thing that you can check off that's, you know, paid and volunteer. All right. So those are the three that I have. I will put the links down below so you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to write them all down. And I hope this helps you out, and I'll catch you on the next video.